Just want to state out of the gate, these statements have not been evaluated by the Food and Drug Administration. This product is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease. So just making sure that you understand that on the way out. And we have a very special guest here with us this morning, all the way in from Saskatoon, Saskatchewan. And I want to put her on. I remember talking to Shannon, it's got to be a couple months ago, and she was wondering if this product would be right for her. She had several challenges and just wasn't quite sure whether she should get engaged with this or not. And so this morning she's been having some spectacular results. I asked Shannon to come on in and share a little bit about what's been happening in her life. So Shannon Blades, come on in, Shannon, and say good morning to the folks. Tell us a little bit about where you've been, what conditions you were in, and then what's been happening since the new water product.
Good morning, everyone. I'm excited to be on the call. So
you'll need to turn your volume down on your computer, okay? So that we don't get feedback.
I think I'm just going to close it because that might be easier for me. There we go. Is that going to work? Oh, that works.
Perfect.
Awesome. All righty. So I guess what I want to let you all know first off is that I've always lived a really holistic life. And it's not that I was raised that way. Just my first instinct was never to go to the doctor. It was always the very last resort, and not because I was afraid of them or anything. I just really knew that they want to put a Band-Aid on the problem instead of getting to the source, and that just is not, that doesn't fit with me and how I think. So I've always used some really good supplements. I've searched and seeked out really, really good supplements for my nutrition, but wasn't getting the results that I wanted. And to the point that even when I was trying to keep my body in shape, I went to a personal trainer 3 times a week, recommended by my son, who was Mr. Saskatchewan for a year. So this guy was good. And after spending $11,000, 18 months later, I still was short of breath. I was strong and muscular, but I went there strong and muscular, but I just wasn't losing any weight. He continued to send me back to my doctor. I have diseased thyroid. Nothing was getting better. And honestly, I threw in the towel, but I did keep taking supplements. So when I found out about the new water, I got kind of excited. Again, I asked Rob, he mentioned that, and thought this makes sense to me. It makes sense that my body needs the minerals to use all the supplements that I've been taking. So the first thing that happened for me, and everybody dreams, even whether you know you do or not, and I know you dream, but I never ever would remember a dream. So the first couple of days I was having really weird dreams, and it was kind of comical, but it told me something was happening in my body. So that was exciting. The next thing that I noticed, honestly, was quite a ways down the line. At the 6-week mark, which was my semi-annual 6-month blood draw, my blood work came back, and I'm not a doctor, but I'm looking at it and I'm going, geez, I think my numbers are going up. I think my ferritin level's going up, and I think my thyroid hormones are going up. So it just happened to be the time when we go down to the States to see my naturopath, who I seek in the States, mostly because she's my cousin, but also because they have more ability to treat you than they do in Canada. So I saw her and gave her my results, and she was super excited. She said, Shannon, first time in 7 years that your thyroid has created hormone on its own naturally. So that was so exciting. So we were there for 2 weeks, and halfway through I said to my husband, I feel like I'm losing weight. And so I got home and I got on the scale, and I had lost like 6 or 7 pounds. And again, I have not lost weight in all of those years, even while going to the gym. And most people will say, well, you were gaining muscle. Well, I was muscular when I went there. I was born like a little gymnast, and I continued to be that way. So, that wasn't the case. I just wasn't losing weight. So this is the first time in years that I've lost any weight. So that's super exciting. I also had some pretty serious shoulder issues, which I ignored for many years because I assumed that they were going to tell me I needed surgery. And I ran a daycare, and that just didn't give me an opportunity to heal and still be there for my parents and their families. So I avoided it. This past March, I was in so much pain. I wasn't sleeping. I spent over $600 on acupuncture and massage just to try and survive the pain, and finally went to the doctor. He gave me a requisition for ultrasound, which confirmed that both of my rotator cuffs had tears in them. So then I started with physio, and it was costing me a pretty big penny for all the stuff that I was trying to do to get past the pain. And then I ended up quitting going to physio because I wasn't doing my homework at home and doing my exercises. So that, right? The pain was there. I was just going to live with it until I got more disciplined in doing my homework. Well, all of a sudden, about 4 or 5 days ago now, I realized that my pain in my shoulders is gone. I can sleep any way I want, which was always my biggest thing. I couldn't lay on my back. I couldn't lay on my side. I couldn't lay on the other side because my shoulders stooped and it ached. I have no pain in my shoulders anymore. And a couple of days ago here, it snowed. I went out to the garage and tried to start the backpack blower that hadn't been started all year, and it's a pull start, and so I'm pulling on it, pulling on it, pulling on it, priming it, pulling on it. It's not starting, but I probably pulled it at least 20 times and anticipated pain that night. Nothing, zero, no pain. So I'm not sure what I'm more excited about: my thyroid healing, the weight loss, the pain going away, and now noticing that I can go up and down the stairs easily without breathlessness, which is part of my ferritin level. So just, yeah, I'm super excited. And I know now that this is just going to continue. There's going to be issues in my body that I didn't know I had that are going to correct, and I'm going to see a difference. So I am very excited and thrilled.
Oh, thank you so much, Shannon. That is so spectacular. So
It is.
thyroid, weight loss, and
Yeah,
pain relief. That's pretty darn cool. So
it is
I appreciate you
very.
sharing that with us this morning, Shannon. That's absolutely great, and continued success on the product.